A luxury hotel room can cost $1,000 a night, sometimes $2,000, sometimes much more. And yet, the bed inside that room might have cost only a few $1,000s. So where does all that money actually go? The obvious answer is hospitality. Rooms, restaurants, room service. But that answer misses the real story. Because behind the marble floors, rooftop pools, five-star restaurants, and champagne lounges is a business model that has quietly created enormous fortunes. And here's the strange part. The company whose name is on the hotel may not even own the building. Think about that. Someone else may have spent hundreds of millions buying the land and constructing the property, yet a hotel brand can still make money from it. Again and again and again. That's the secret. Luxury hotels aren't simply businesses that sell rooms. They're machines for monetizing real estate, brands, customers, scarcity, and recurring cash flow. And once you understand how the machine works, you'll never look at a hotel the same way again. Level 1. The room isn't the business. Let's start with the room. Imagine a luxury hotel with 300 rooms. If the average room sells for $500 per night, that's potentially $150,000 in room revenue every night. Sounds incredible, but there's a problem. A hotel room is a perishable product. If room 502 is empty tonight, the hotel can't sell tonight's opportunity tomorrow. The inventory disappears, and the costs don't. Employees still need salaries. The building still needs electricity. The elevators still run. The pool still needs maintenance. The lobby still needs cleaning. Insurance still has to be paid. This is why hotels obsess over occupancy and pricing. But occupancy alone isn't enough. Imagine Hotel A fills 90% of its rooms at $200 per night. Hotel B fills only 60% at $700. Hotel B can generate far more revenue from fewer guests. That's the luxury strategy. Don't compete to sell the cheapest room. Compete to make the room feel worth more. And that's where the real business begins. Because luxury hotels aren't selling 4 walls and a bed. They're selling location. They're selling privacy. They're selling convenience. They're selling status. And most importantly, they're selling an experience that can't easily be copied. Level 2. One building, multiple businesses. Now look at the building differently. A luxury hotel isn't just a collection of rooms, it's an ecosystem. The rooms generate revenue. The restaurant generates revenue. The bar generates revenue. The spa generates revenue. The ballroom generates revenue. The conference center generates revenue. Parking generates revenue. And sometimes the building contains something even more valuable: private residences. This is where hotel economics become fascinating. Imagine a luxury tower in a prime location. The developer could simply build apartments. Instead, they attach a luxury hotel brand. Now the property can sell an entire lifestyle. Residents may receive concierge services, access to restaurants, spa facilities, housekeeping, room service, and the prestige associated with the brand. The developer gets another way to monetize the building. The hotel gets another ecosystem surrounding its customers, and the customer gets something they can't easily buy elsewhere: exclusivity. This is one of the fundamental principles of luxury economics. Scarcity creates pricing power. There are thousands of hotel rooms in a major city, but there may be only a handful overlooking the most desirable location. Those rooms can command dramatically higher prices. You're not really paying for the bed. You're paying for access, and access is scarce. Level 3. The hotel brand may not own the hotel. Now we reach the part most guests never think about. Walk into a hotel carrying a famous brand name. You might assume the brand owns the building. Often, that's not how the industry works. Companies such as Marriott International, Hilton, and Hyatt have built enormous hospitality networks using combinations of ownership, management, franchising, and licensing arrangements. In many cases, another company owns the property. Think about the structure. A real estate investor provides the capital. The investor buys the land. The investor finances construction. The investor takes much of the property risk. Then a major hotel company may provide the brand and operating system. The hotel company can bring reservations, marketing, technology, staff training, operating standards, loyalty programs, and global customer demand. That's extremely valuable. Because building a hotel brand from scratch is difficult. But connecting an existing property to a global hospitality network is much easier. And this creates a fascinating business principle. You don't always need to own the asset to participate in its economics. Think about what the hotel company really owns. It may control the brand, the reservation infrastructure, the customer relationship, the operating expertise, and the distribution network. Those assets can potentially be scaled across hundreds or thousands of properties. One building requires enormous capital. A global management platform can potentially grow much faster, and that's why the hotel industry's business model is far more sophisticated than it appears. Level 4. The real money is in the fees. Now follow the money. Suppose an investor owns a luxury hotel generating tens of millions of dollars in annual revenue. That revenue doesn't become pure profit. There are employees, utilities, maintenance, food, insurance, taxes, debt, marketing, and countless other expenses. But the hotel brand may earn fees for providing management, branding, reservations, and other services depending on the contract. This distinction is incredibly important. The property owner has massive amounts of capital tied up in the building. The hotel company can potentially earn revenue from the operating relationship without having to own every brick. And scale changes everything. One hotel is one contract. 100 hotels are a network. 1,000 hotels become an ecosystem. Suddenly, the company isn't just operating hotels. It's operating a platform. And platforms are powerful because the same system can serve enormous numbers of customers. That's why hotel brands spend so much money building recognition. And think about what happens when you're traveling in a city you've never visited. You don't know which hotel has the best plumbing. You don't know which mattress is comfortable. You don't know whether the staff will be reliable. You don't know whether the room will match the pictures. But a familiar brand reduces uncertainty. You already have expectations. And in luxury, certainty is valuable. People aren't only paying for the room, they're paying to know what they're going to get. That's what a powerful brand can sell. Level 5. The customer is the real asset. But there's one final layer. And this might be the most important. The hotel doesn't just want your money tonight, it wants your money for years. Imagine a traveler staying at a luxury hotel for the first time. One booking, one room, one transaction. But then they join the loyalty program. The next time they travel, they book another hotel under the same brand. Then another. London, Dubai, Paris, New York, Tokyo. One customer becomes dozens of transactions, and this is where customer lifetime value becomes incredibly important. The hotel may earn money from the room, but the customer may also spend on restaurants, bars, spa treatments, events, transportation, experiences, and premium services. The hotel isn't just selling accommodation, it's building a relationship, and relationships can compound. This is why loyalty programs are so powerful. They encourage customers to return. They collect valuable behavioral information, and they make switching brands less attractive. The customer starts thinking, I already have status here. I already have points. They already know my preferences. I know what to expect. The hotel has become familiar, and familiarity can be extremely profitable. Now imagine millions of customers behaving this way. Suddenly, the most valuable thing isn't necessarily the building, it's the network, the brand, the customer base, the technology, the data, and the recurring demand. That's when a hotel company starts looking less like a property business and more like a platform. Conclusion. The hotel was never just a hotel. So let's go back to that $2,000 hotel room. What are you actually paying for? Not just the bed. You're paying for the location, the building, the staff, the service, the brand, the privacy, the experience, the convenience, and the scarcity. But behind your purchase is an even larger machine. An investor may own the property. A hotel company may manage it. A brand may attract the customer. A loyalty program may bring that customer back. And multiple businesses inside the building may capture additional spending. One property, multiple revenue streams, one customer, years of potential transactions. That's the real secret behind luxury hotels. The room is the product you see. The ecosystem is the business you don't. And this reveals a much bigger lesson about wealth. The richest businesses aren't always the ones selling the most obvious product. Sometimes the real opportunity is hidden behind the product. Behind the hotel room is real estate. Behind the brand is distribution. Behind the loyalty program is customer lifetime value. Behind the building are multiple cash flows. And behind all of it is one simple idea. Don't just ask what a business sells. Ask what it controls. Does it control the asset, the customer, the brand, the distribution, the data, the cash flow? Because once you understand what a business truly controls, you begin to understand where its power comes from. And the next time you walk into a luxury hotel, don't just look at the chandelier. Look at the machine behind it, because the room may be what you buy, but the machine is what makes the fortune.